Hello everyone, it's me Archana Vavia. Today we are going to dive into awesome literary device called Antithesis. Get ready to discover how words can clash and contrast to create some seriously cool effects in writing. Without any further ado, let's get started. Antithesis comes from the Greek word antithene, which means to oppose or to set against. It is all about contrasting ideas or positions. Antithesis is a literary technique that emphasizes the difference or contrast between two objects. Other words that mean the same as antithesis include opposite and contrast. Antithesis is a widely used literary tool found in novels, poems, plays, and even in our everyday conversations. Do you want to know what is the main purpose of antithesis? The main purpose of antithesis is to show how things are different from each other or to make comparisons more powerful. So the easiest way to understand any concept is by looking at the example. So let's look at the example of antithesis. So the first example of antithesis is this phrase, to err is human, to forgive divine. Now this line is a famous line from Alexander Pope's poem An Essay on Criticism. It expresses the idea that making mistake is a natural part of human, that is, to err is human, while forgiveness is a higher virtue associated with divine or godly qualities, that is, to forgive divine. So if you can see, these two are contrasting ideas. So over here, Pope has emphasized the contrast between human imperfection and noble act of forgiveness, suggesting that forgiving others is an admirable quality beyond mortal capacity. Another example of antithesis is found in the opening line of Charles Dickens' A Tale of Two Cities. It was the best of the times, it was the worst of the times. It was the age of wisdom, it was the age of foolishness. The opening line of A Tale of Two Cities is an example of antithesis because it contrasts opposing ideas within the same sentence. The phrases the best of times and worst of times are opposites, highlighting extreme differences. Similarly, if you can see, the age of wisdom contrasts with the age of foolishness, emphasizing the stark difference between wisdom and foolishness. Before we move on to the third example, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so now. Your support means a lot. Third example is Neil Armstrong's famous quote from the Apollo 11 landing mission serves as a great example of antithesis. He said, "That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind." Here in this statement, you can see contrast between one small step and other is one giant leap. So over here, one small step is opposite of one giant leap. So this is an example of antithesis. John Milton's epic poem Paradise Lost provides another example of antithesis. It is better to reign in hell than to serve in heaven. In this sentence, you can clearly see two opposites. The first is reign, which is contrasting with serve, and the second is hell, which is contrasting with heaven. Writers use antithesis for several reasons. 5 major reasons are: first is emphasis. Antithesis helps emphasize contrasting ideas and making them stand out more vividly to the reader. Second, clarity. By juxtaposing opposites, antithesis can make complex concepts easier to understand by highlighting their differences. Third is rhetorical effect. Okay, antithesis can create memorable and powerful effects, so writers usually use them. Fourth, persuasion. It can be used to convince the reader by presenting contrasting arguments or viewpoints. Fifth is aesthetic appeal. Antithesis can enhance the beauty and elegance of writing. As we wrap up today's video, let's remember what we talked about today. Antithesis is a cool literary device writers use to show differences in their writing. We saw examples from famous books like A Tale of Two Cities and Paradise Lost. If you like this video, subscribe for more, comment below and hit the like button. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Until next time, happy learning.